Hi, we are the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa.
And ladies, I've been waiting all week to talk to you about this week because holy cow, I had 3 shows that ended and then 2 shows that caused me so much emotional angst that I really just wanted to quit my job and live on Twitter. So let's get to start talking about this. But before we get started, let's talk about some business. And what is that business?
If you have K-drama loving friends, then please share our video with them.
And subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the bell.
Ding ding.
To be alerted when we have something new to share with you. I love the ding ding bell. I love it so much. I can't even tell you. When we have something new to share with you, like today's weekly watch list.
Yes.
Let's go.
So let's just get started, all right? We're just gonna blow through these until we get to ones that we really are excited about. And I'm not saying that all the other shows are bad, but there's some that we just need to spend some time with. All right, Bad Papa.
Bad Papa. There was only 1 episode this week because of baseball in Korea.
Oh, gotcha.
I saw that. Yeah.
But men, they basically.
That really.
What I realized.
Say no more.
Right. What I realized is that they've kind of distilled these 2 male lead characters to their caveman selves. Like, we fight in the ring, we fight each other, and if we have money, that solves all our problems. And if we manipulate the situation so that a woman gets everything she wants, of course she'll come running to me. So, but it's the women, the mother and the teenage daughter who have insight, who have emotion. And so I think as we head into the second half of the series that we're going to see more of that. And because the men are kind of coming to understand that money is not the answer. You know, giving a woman everything she wants is not how you build a relationship and get her to leave her husband for you. So I still am loving the show, and it's just, we'll see where it goes from here.
All right, cool. Bad Papa.
Bad Papa.
All right, Matrimonial Chaos. As we know from last week's episode, Matrimonial Chaos causing Jen to dial, have her therapist on speed dial. This week's episode, I did not catch up to this week's episode because I got caught up to last week's episode. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I almost dropped it until I saw the promos for this week's episode.
You had another almost drop
I
on the
almost
show?
dropped it because I was just like, I don't understand why she's doing such great work.
Yes.
She's so amazing. But I do not, under any circumstances, understand why she married this man. And so I just got to the end of the episode from last week, the second episode, and I was just like, I'm not sure I have the emotional fortitude to finish the show.
Right, and I warned you.
You did. And then I watched the clip of EL finally unloading on her husband, and I was like, oh, I think I'm back in. So now I have to get caught up.
So you haven't watched that episode yet, but I warned you about the cats,
you did
right?
warn me about the cats.
Oh no.
Yes, because they're getting divorced, so they're going to give the cats away.
Let's just why can't one of them take them?
Take the cats.
I don't know,
because
they're a mess.
Show.
They're a mess.
Okay, and they're the cutest cats. They sit in this basket and they just kind of
together. And I think they're munchkin cats because their legs are really short.
So little, and then they'll watch them argue and their little heads do this.
Who really suffers during divorce, people? It's the cats.
The cats. Anyway, I will stand by that.
Okay, so men.
Yes. Let's go back to the men.
Let's go back to the men. And we talked about this in our. This is the 3 of us with our worldly advice, sharing with you young women out there. They show you who they are.
Yes.
And they don't change.
They don't. Do not.
Remember this.
At all. Maybe slightly.
There's always possibility for evolution. But don't always think it's because of you.
No. They have to want it themselves, ladies.
And they may evolve beyond you.
Yeah.
That happens too sometimes.
And that is our public service announcement for dating.
You're welcome.
Yet again, through K-dramas. Anyway, continue with this hot mess of a show.
So EL is married to this handsome philanderer. And Baeduna is now divorced from a persnickety, selfish, failed musician. And in this last episode, they thought that the men had changed. And even though they were expressing change, the fact is they really hadn't. It was momentary. So we circle back to, and Baeduna said, for a moment, I forgot what our marriage is like. I forgot. And guess what? It ends exactly how these characters told you they would behave.
Yeah.
So I'm still loving it. Because there is such good balance with some of the other characters. But what episode are we on? I think that was I think there's still 8 or so episodes to go.
Oh, wow.
So there's going to be a lot.
There's a lot of story left.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is why I got to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I have another 10 episodes in me at the end of the last episode I watched. And then I saw, like I said, the promo, and I was like, oh, losing her goddamn mind.
Back
Go.
in. Jen's back in.
Yeah, because I don't think this is not a K-drama where they're going to. This is not a Cinderella story. It's not a fairy tale, or it might be, but I think they're gonna redefine what happily ever after means. Maybe for EL, it means
cool.
like. Yeah, it doesn't mean being together is the answer.
And can we just talk briefly about how much I want Bae-doona to get on that little delightful nugget of a boyfriend? Like, he is adorable. I don't care if it doesn't go anywhere. I just want her to experience being adored by a man that age. Because she should be adored. And he's adorable.
Well, he's going to London, so.
Damn it.
I don't know when. It might be at episode 16.
Are there children?
Who knows?
Do they go together? Does she have time?
She does.
Well, she just gave away her cat.
Oh, she has plenty of time then.
Maybe the cats should go
take
to
care
London.
of the pets.
Anyway, I did like that storyline. Like, I enjoyed the fact that he showed her that she had worth, where I feel like it was nice.
Her husband didn't.
Yeah.
But I was talking to our friend Jenny, who is Korean American, and I said, tell me more. Because, we're, Jen and I are fairly new to K-dramas. Karen's been watching a little longer. But I asked about Cha Tae-yeon. And she said he's been so famous for so long, and he's just so well loved.
Really?
I'm like, I think he's like Paul Rudd, maybe. Like, even if he's being a total selfish dick to his wife, he comes with so much goodwill, and everybody's already team Cha Tae-yeon. Like, they just love him.
Excuse a bad character.
Or that they forgive him.
Okay, that would explain it.
And you'll go along with him, because we're like, why? But it's him. Yeah. It's him, and he's beloved.
Well, thank you for that extra insight. Okay.
Now I have to ask this question because I haven't gotten there yet, and it's a very quick one. But I was saw on Twitter, and they finally showed a scene where Bae-doona actually has a scene with EL's husband. Yeah. And they are Sun and Detective Moon from Sense8.
Yeah.
And they are so hot together on that. Was there a little...
Other people came up to them and said, thought they were married.
Nice.
Is that inside?
It's a little inside. It's a little inside.
They do look good together.
There are rumors that they're a couple
dating,
in real life. Yeah.
Oh.
You'd be so happy. I love Sun and Detective Moon so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Matrimony Chaos. I'll keep my therapist on speed dial and continue to watching. All right.
Good luck to you both.
Where Stars Land.
Where Stars Land.
I got nothing. He's pretty. That's all I got.
I am not caught. I didn't have time this week, so I'm not caught up. So.
Okay, so this is the Marisa show this week.
So
the show, I kind of dropped it to a like, because I did. It's a like, not a love, because the 2 episodes weren't as well crafted. And I think the show does better when they deal with human interest stories over these drug deals gone wrong and trying to get through security with like a lot of cocaine like strapped to your chest, or
yes,
because that's an effective method. I've heard.
Or a belligerent passenger just abusing the security staff who seems highly ineffective. And then the security chief who watches Lee Jae-hoon get tased and does nothing. I mean, I know he just had the crap kicked out of him, but what kind of security chief is that? So there were just like all these missteps. And Lee Dong-gun, I still don't know why he's as evil as he is.
Right.
He's like one of those fail upwards executives, because he never backs his staff. He never believes his employees. He always believes the, out of control passengers who are demanding money and, restitution. So I don't know why he hates Lee Jae-hoon so much. It's not clear.
And they asked, have they shown, they were stepbrothers, I think.
Is that what it is?
Have they shown more of the past? Because they revealed a little bit more to the point where I was up to, but it didn't show why he was so resentful toward him.
No.
I couldn't tell if it was because he's like, well, hey, after you got hit by that car and your right side of your body was all messed up, I ran away to draw them away from you so they wouldn't kill you. Like, was he expecting some kind of thanks for that or something?
No, but he's just mean. He's trying to get him fired. He's horrible to all the other employees. It's just, there's no explanation for that at this point, so I don't know what's going on. He's just an asshole. Very good looking asshole.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really glad I dropped this show. That's all I got.
I look forward to catching up and see if I agree with you.
So we'll see what happens.
All right. Okay. And now, the finale of 100 Days My Prince. Ladies. Okay. What happened?
Jen, did it stick the landing?
No.
It did
no. You faltered and fell off the balance beam. You
kind of meandered
you
to
kind
the
of
end and did a
meandered.
pose.
It's just, for the pain, it was so good to the midpoint. It was so good to the midpoint when he went into battle. Like, I really enjoyed it up to that point. And then once he went into the war, it just, time jump a year later. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
There's no explanation. There's all this noble idiocy. Like, I'm like, what in the hell is going on right now?
I would have preferred to have seen them in the palace together, actually being the king that he has matured to become.
Yes.
Much prefer that. Because this whole, like, how is he going to get her back? He's still in love with her. He's writing, you know, in his journal. It's just like,
was it clear to either of you? Because it was not to me the reason why she chose the noble idiocy route to begin with. She's like, we cannot be together because I feel so guilty that my brother
and I
impregnated your wife.
And when did the crown princess die? When did that happen?
Well, at the end, when the father ran into her as the younger crown prince was trying to escort her out.
Oh, so
they made it look like she died and just got her out into the
So that was before. Oh yeah. So there was no obstacle.
None.
Well,
Zero.
When I saw the 1 hour 24 minute runtime, I'm like,
oh!
I was like, we could. I really expected there to be a lot of tension built up with evil palace minister guy.
Yeah.
And that it would take a lot longer to resolve that. And then it didn't. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with them resolving this sooner, but then they still had like an hour left.
And then it was like, and then it became like a weird, like, sitcom for like 20 minutes.
The tone completely changed.
I was just like, what is happening right now? It was.
I'm like, I get that. Okay, times are lighter now. Times are easier because evil minister's gone or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was abrupt though.
There was just so much more you could have done.
Did anyone else feel uncomfortable with that shift in tone?
Karen, but that's hilarious. Yeah, and then here's my next question: what about kind of going back to what was her decision to not to noble idiocy it herself out of there? What was her final decision to actually say yes? The journals? She already knew that. Everything he wrote in her journals, his journals, she already knew.
Right.
Why was this new information?
Her character, everything that she was through the entire series just kind of like disappeared.
And then they gave us a quick beat of it where she was like a detective helping out, like solve catch a rapist. I was like, yes, cool, let's watch this show for a while. I was really excited about that.
And then
nope, we're gonna go pout back at the house. Super bummed. I was super bummed.
It could have been. It could have been A+.
It could exactly. It was a B+.
I would say minus. I'm generous. I'll go A-.
B+.
I still ended as a love for me.
I would have
kind of like.
It was a show that I was potentially could have rewatched, but now I won't because the ending did nothing for me. No. Zero.
It just ended.
It just ended.
And his family had done wrong to her family as well.
Right.
So I'm like, why did that not balance out?
Right.
No.
But that's what it is. It as we say, it did not stick the landing. It landed. You didn't like completely go. You didn't completely like break your ankle or anything. But you made an extra step. It was not a full 10. Not even close.
So
it was a little disappointing. I had a lot of disappointments this week. I'm not gonna lie. I will say this. I will say this for this show. It made me a huge Dio fan.
Oh.
Like a huge. He's really good. And Swing
Kid.
Oh, that's right. The movie.
First and foremost.
That's coming out soon. Right?
End of the year?
Yeah, it's
December.
And you have all these new EXO videos in the meantime. So
just
tied you over.
I'm so excited about that movie. so excited. Okay. Okay, we got to move on, people, because we have so much more to talk about.
Too.
So much more to talk about. That was Monday, Tuesday. Ding, ding. Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll take a drink and move on.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm starting this one.
Wednesday, Thursday. Terius behind me. Where
Okay.
are we with that?
Let's see how quickly I can get
Let's
through
get
this.
through this
All
one quickly, because
Terius,
boy, do we have things to talk about.
We do have things to talk about. All right, so the first hour, tedious behind me again.
Okay, great.
I have to give a shout out to Send the Rain, who was a YouTube commenter. Not sure if a subscriber, but if you aren't, we'd love your thumbs up. Side comment. She made the she or he made the comment. You know, the spy stuff is all kind of boring.
I love that the spy stuff is boring.
I want more of the Ajumas. I'm like, yes, that would be
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
The spy stuff is kind of, it's like, oh yeah, let's fake his death. It's like, yeah, and we know he's not really dead. But, you know, the important people think that he is. And it didn't take very long because in the second hour, you know, he comes back to life. But more importantly, I could go into areas where I would like the show to be better and how I think it could be, but I'm just going to focus on the sunshine that this show gives me because the second hour was all product placement hour featuring, let's start with Jeju Island.
Well, we like
Let's take
Jeju
a look
Island.
at
I would love
Jeju
that.
Island.
Who doesn't?
And Soji Sub looking amazing. I don't know who his clothing sponsor is, but crisp white shirts, love it. Her coats, she finally changed her coat, which she's been wearing for 3 episodes inside and outside, but I assume that was product placement. So, and Range Rover, gorgeous white Range Rover, but
Nice.
and getting to my Terius tallies, there was one genuine belly laugh. It's when he popped open the trunk of the Range Rover to reveal the North Face shopping bags because it's cold at the beach this time of year, so everyone needs a North Face coat.
That's awesome.
And
I
everyone
love
looked
it.
amazing in
Of
them. It was
course.
fabulous. So if you
Fantastic.
forgot how good looking Soji Sub is, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all, watch the second hour of Terius behind me because you will be reminded. So finally, the rest of the Terius tallies, there were 6 Converse sightings. Both kids did cry at the same time, but you know what? It didn't annoy me this time because it was founded. One of the fish died. So I was like, oh,
poor
that really,
fishies.
okay, that's a good reason to cry.
Right?
Okay, let it out.
Of course.
I'm so, I'm alike.
You're still like,
I'm not taking
you
it
are
seriously, so I'm
dedicated. All right. There are a lot of people out there though. The Twitterverse is always like, this show makes no sense. I keep watching it. So I think that's just where it falls
It's all
in that
about the fun and
category.
pretty moments when I slept through a little part of it because I was really tired and I was like, I don't need to go back and watch. I didn't miss anything.
No, nothing.
All right,
All right,
Terius.
Well done, Terius.
Thank you for
Congratulations.
entertaining me somewhat.
Okay, then I had 2 more. I had 2 more finales this week. I had The Guest and Ghost Detective.
What happened? What happened?
Oh my God. Okay, first and foremost, wow, no, just no.
Which
Disappointing. None of them stuck the landing. All of my endings this week, none of them stuck the landing.
Oh,
Darn it.
Ghost Detective, I don't really know what happened there.
Okay, when we last left off, he had died.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
okay.
he's still dead. He's still dead.
all right.
Just dead. Not only is he still dead,
Is he-
some magical
still a ghost?
machinations. Yes.
Okay.
Magical machinations. He comes back from the other world after vanquishing our evil ghost and comes back as a ghost everyone can see and touch.
So he came back as a person?
Yes.
Okay.
But a ghost person.
Does he have to eat?
I don't know.
Does he even go to Subway?
He can change his clothes.
All right. He can sit and
He can sit.
in
He
chairs.
drives the car.
He can open doors.
So he can do everything. He can do everything a human can do, but he is dead. I don't know
Says
what this
you.
means.
K-drama.
I don't understand it. It was, and then they were like the Scooby Gang of they call themselves Ghostbusters between our little ragtag group of people who like solved the mystery, and then the police station got in on it too, and so they're like now the Ghostbusters, and they've got a special division at the police station.
So they have a
and then,
station wagon and the logo on the
oh,
side?
not yet.
Okay.
But I'm hoping if they do a season 2, that's what we get, because that's pretty much what it looked like they were setting up, was like this group, and I'm not gonna lie, this show would have been a lot of fun. If he would have started off the show as the ghost detective,
Right.
it could have been a lot of fun. But we spent so many episodes trying to get to the, I don't know, I think to get, anyway, that is really
Does he still have to sleep 8 hours a night too?
No, he has no body to go back to. He is just now a
right.
regular functioning
Spectral.
ghost. No one knows.
Entity.
No one knows.
All right.
So
Interesting.
Odd.
that's really all the amount of time that one really needs to put towards that.
Thank you for watching.
Che Daniel, really pretty.
Yeah.
Everyone, I meant to write her name down. I didn't write her name down. The coroner, love her, adore her. I will follow her wherever she goes from here. Kim Won-hae, love him. He's still one of the greatest actors you see. He's so good at either dramatic and funny. Love it. The lead girl, I apologize, I do not remember her name. She was pretty good. I didn't dislike her, but she didn't really do a lot. It was a fantastic cast. The writing just went, I have no idea what happened. Anyway, enough. That is enough for Ghost Detective. Moving on. The Guest. Oh my God. Okay.
And now
I dove back in.
Did you dive in? Where are you?
Episode 10.
So almost to the end.
Really?
How much do you want? How much spoiling do you want?
Oh,
okay. So we have almost a 15-minute monologue.
Wait, what?
15-minute monologue. Not even kidding, people. Or at least it felt like 15 minutes. The episodes for the last 2 episodes were like that, hour plus mark. Like, so hour 15, hour 20. 15-minute monologue in the final episode so that Harapaji could explain to us how he's been Park Il-do since the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the worst part about this is that I don't think you've gotten to this. We've already accused him of being Park Il-do.
Right.
No, red herring. Oh, no, not a red herring. 15-minute monologue to
explain that he is.
That he is.
Okay.
Which all the viewers already know.
Well, we kind of were like,
right.
well, yeah,
right.
That's not news. That's not, we already kind of teased that earlier, so it was already in our head.
Was it news to the characters he was monologuing at for 15 minutes?
Well, yes, because they kind of thought it was him, and then they said, no, it wasn't him, and then they focused on the other guy that they thought it was, and then that guy killed himself.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Oh,
it was a freaking mess. And disappointing. Because there was so much goodness there. The 3 leads were amazing. I loved them as a trio. They were great. Again, rumors out there that they might have another season, which would be fun, but I'm not really sure where they would go with that. But just the characters and the acting was so good, but the story just, wheels fell off the cart by the time it got to the end. So that's for me, The Guest.
Do you think you'll stick with it?
Is a disappointing week.
Marisa?
I don't think so.
I hate to say this, but I would actually not recommend sticking with it.
Well, there's another
exactly, because that was coming. There is another one
the
coming.
Same network have a
yes. So you have another one that you might be able to latch onto, because this one, so many good
concept redemption, perhaps.
So many good pieces, but just it never coalesced as a whole. Like
good cast, right?
Really good cast.
Oh yeah.
Super disappointing that this was literally Grandpa like monologuing as Park Il-do for like 15 minutes. I'm like, we kind of already covered this in episode like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Like, I get that we had to maybe do some backstory as to how all the machinations played out, but we've already, I'm gonna stop talking because really there's no need. Because we still have 100 million stars falling from the sky to talk about. And oh my God, do we have things to talk about, people. This show, first and foremost, crack levels of need on this show. All right,
have to wait 4 days for another episode.
Really, for me, the only thing I know I'm trying to. It's just there were so many thoughts. Okay, we all know what is out there on the interwebs about the Japanese version, and it's not really a spoiler because essentially they mentioned it at the press conference. But this brother-sister thing cannot happen. Cannot happen. Not because I'm not saying these stories don't happen, but I don't understand why. They would set up this the way it set it up
so that it could happen.
Yes.
So is this a show red herring or?
I
don't know. I have my theories, but the interwebs are losing their mind.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yes,
but I think because so many people have seen the Japanese version, which is 10 years or so old, and so many people are talking about it. If you just followed that as your flight plan, then there's no twist.
None.
Because everyone's expecting that because they already saw it. So I wholly expect there to be a twist.
Yes. Now, Drama Milk has my favorite twist that I've read so far.
Oh, yeah?
That I'm hoping is where we're going. So I'm totally stealing Drama Milk's theory, and I'm clinging to it with everything I have.
Okay.
That is Oppa, our older brother, shot
his
dad.
Yeah.
But that the dad killed her parents.
Oh, okay.
I thought of that too. I thought of that scenario.
I will cling to that theory with everything I have.
Yeah.
Because I think we're slowly we're actually learning, sorry to interrupt you, but that we're learning that Dad was not a cop as well.
Right.
Like Dad was a bad guy.
He's wearing a purple hat.
Yeah, of course, a purple hat. Yeah. Therefore, he's not a cop. Wow, deductive
or
reasoning.
Green or whatever.
Well done. Yeah. So I'm pretty much, I feel like we're heading towards the direction that Dad was not a cop.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then and I think we've learned that our brother here is not a guy who's just going to willy-nilly shoot a guy without cause.
Right.
No, given how guilty, the guilt that he carries with him every day.
So clearly he had to be a bad guy.
But it would explain why chosen older brother would still be just as upset to have the two of them together. He's like,
right, absolutely. So there's still that level.
Yeah.
So
that's my theory. Also, I'm going to go with it.
I'm going to go with a purely production value theory as to why I don't think there's any way they're making them brother and sister. They sang an OST duet. That's just gross and creepy. I'm sorry. If they go in that route and they sang a love song duet as brother and sister,
they end up being brother and sister. Yeah, that'd be.
Ew. Right?
Oh.
That's just gross and weird and creepy. And I cannot. I cannot. No.
I like that. That's your practical clue or evidence. And it's like, well, probably not. Probably hope not.
I'm guessing that if you are having them sing a love song duet, then they're not related.
They're not going to end up being brother and sister.
Otherwise, K-dramas, we need to have a serious talk. Oh my God. With that being said, I did have one small quibble.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm going to ask if you guys thought it as well. Did anyone think that the pivot from I hate you and I love you and you make me crazy and I keep showing up on your rooftop to have these very emotional conversations with you because you're a bad guy, but I'm drawn to you, moth to a flame, all those things. Did anyone think the pivot to blissful boyfriend, girlfriend was a little quick?
Yeah, because then that means that as a woman, all she needed to hear was help me.
Yeah, right? And can we talk though about that moment with him as an actor?
I used to have a stomach. And then that moment happened, and it dropped out of my body.
Right? That was one of. It was.
That's the second I texted both
right?
of you guys. I was like, oh my God.
Like that moment was.
That was.
Just from an acting standpoint, was so good. Like
if he does not win all of the awards for everything,
all of them,
just for that one moment, I would give him all of them
amongst all the others.
I could have stopped watching the show at that point.
Yeah.
Because it just. There was so much conveyed in like those 2 words, or at least in English they were 2. My subtitles were only 2 words. There was just so much conveyed. It was just so. That was my favorite moment so far of the show, bar none. So yeah, I just felt like we went from like, the pivot was a little hard.
She did explain it away, and she said, she's like, I hope you keep your promise of answering all the questions that I have for you about why you've made the choices you have. But for now, since I've spent so much time hating you, I just want to spend time smiling around you, since I have.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and I again, it's a quibble. Quibble. You know me. I'm like, let's pull this thread.
I was surprised when they were, hanging out in their hometown and. Really getting to know one another and connecting. And he's like, I want to sleep with you. And I was like, oh, Ashley reacted to this. And she's like, me too. I'm like, well, I was like,
I'm not going to lie.
We like damaged bad boys who grew up in orphanages.
Right.
And who need us to teach them
and
how
who
to be
need us to be their shining light to goodness.
There's so much. There's so much tragedy just in that phrase alone. You don't need to make them brother sister. Just have it be that, because there's just a pile of ugh.
Right there. Please.
Yes. Okay. All right. We have to move on. This show is getting long, but we still have more to talk about.
This show is why I'm so emotionally exhausted.
I know.
This week.
All right.
But thank you, show.
Thank
Love
you, show. Wednesday, Thursday. Ding, ding. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think we only have one show to talk about. Player, I'm way behind. I'm getting caught up. I may have to use it just as my happy place because the third charm.
I have something to say about the Player.
Okay.
Can someone explain to me and to us Korean broadcast television standards and practices? Because they'll blur out a knife, but you can see a body like falling out of the sky and crashing into a car, and a person dying. But the knife, oh my goodness,
no.
can't see that.
No.
But you can see it when they're cooking. With the knife,
Yes.
but not when it's being
There's
used
no
for
intent
violence.
behind cooking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Violence
And you can
intent
see a
stuff.
gun.
you can see a gun.
Yeah, they show guns.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, and you see so much blood,
Have you also
but
seen
not an actual knife.
wounds also blurry? I've seen wounds, like bleeding wounds, also blurred out too.
Interesting.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
And that's
Someone
OCN.
explain.
And it's a cable one too, so that's really
yeah.
interesting.
Huh. Anyways, still think this show's super fun.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna totally have to use it as a palate cleanser this weekend because wow, this week was rough on me, and we ended it with Third Charm. Oh, oh my God!
Okay, you both have to fill me in because
between
I'm
Matrimonial
so
Chaos
behind.
and Third Charm, I swear to God, I'm just gonna have to have my therapist sitting in my apartment at all times.
I know. I think you actually might want to wait so that you can binge
Yes.
it. Like you can
Okay.
watch these
Okay.
episodes but keep going. I mean,
Right?
assuming that if this turns out to be like that novel and that film One Day,
Oh,
that David Nichols
I
novel.
will rampage.
Oh,
I will rampage.
God. Anyways,
rage cast
so
before the end of the year.
You're right.
yeah. So episode 11.
Oh, pumpkin. Oh,
But you know what? So I'm watching it. You know,
Yeah.
you see him, you see her, you see the
but it was
brother.
mostly
So wait, so
about
are they in
back-
present day now?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
we've gotten
no,
there.
not yet. At the end of episode 11.
end of episode
So
11.
beginning of episode
Sorry,
11.
yes, okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He's in Portugal and he's backpacking and there's
Yeah.
sunflowers and he's, you know, and then he has this moment of
Like an epiphany.
An epiphany eating this amazing Portuguese stew and he signs up for cooking school and I'm like, oh my God, we're actually seeing that year away.
Yeah.
That usually
Oh, whoa.
it's just
Right.
Yes.
They show the 1
Yeah,
year.
they
showed the
did.
1 year, which
Oh my
became
God.
Yeah,
5,
became
but that's
5.
another issue.
Oh,
But yeah, they actually showed it. I was just like, I can't
Wow.
believe something
Wow.
different. They actually took the trope
Yeah.
and did something with it.
Which was nice. I really
Yes.
enjoyed seeing that kind of evolution of all
Yeah.
of that. And it was beautiful. But they showed us nothing of Eun-Chae.
Yes,
No, they showed one scene. She had two. But she
Yeah.
had one scene about what happened in that year. So I was hoping in 12 we would get her backstory.
I completely made that assumption too, but no.
And
Happened in
we do have to make a
episode
small
12.
disclaimer. We are going off 12 based solely on Drama Milk's recap.
Drama Milk.
Hi, Drama Milk. Thank you so much. Because the subs were not out yet for us to talk about this. And again, the interwebs exploded. And we felt the need to talk about them as a whole.
Yes.
Because what the hell? This is getting so freaking messy.
Tell.
Oh my God. Okay, so year away turns into 5.
Yes.
What? Oh,
He's
what?
now a chef.
Yes.
Which is
Okay.
great for his meticulous,
Yes,
persnickety
absolutely.
side. And so now he's back in Seoul. The young police officer who has been visiting him, and now they're
a couple, but a long distance couple.
Yes,
Oh.
his sister is a completely successful.
Oh my God, I love his sister so much.
Corporate real estate broker.
Of course she is.
Finds him a one-table restaurant.
Which I want to go to. I'm not going to lie to you.
A one-table restaurant.
It's called
That sounds
Small Table.
Small table.
Small Table.
It's like the chef's kitchen.
Yeah.
You know.
I love it. It's
go
adorable.
too.
How they stay
Where
in
is it?
business, I have no idea.
Who knows?
Short of every meal being like $1,000, I have no idea. But anyway, I digress.
So, how does the episode end?
How do you think it ends, people? We know exactly how it ends.
They get back together?
No.
Oh God, no! It's only episode 11, Karen. Come on, what kind of K-drama fan are you?
I know, right?
Ding ding! He's cooking, and all of a sudden you hear the bell. The couple that's coming in for their meal walks in, and he
Oh.
goes, "What?"
His ex-girlfriend
With her.
Isam with Dr. Feelgood.
And we know because
Dr. Pretty.
we have taken the reservation that it's their wedding anniversary. And prior to this scene, he had just proposed to his girlfriend.
Yes.
Can we say messy? Can we say messy? So this is my only disappointment in this show. And she loves it because she loves messy. I unfortunately have lived messy, so I'm not really that big into
You don't need to
messy.
see it represented in your
No, I
entertainment?
really don't.
Yeah, I understand.
But I can understand numerous sides of messy. So I'm gonna deep dive this real quick.
All right.
So then we have to move into episode 12 because this is
Yes.
where everyone's like losing their mind. So we are now engaged to our
Their current.
Jun-young is engaged to his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Eun-Chae, which again, people, let's pay attention to the fact that their names kind of mirror each other.
Yeah.
They're opposite. I noticed that the other day when I was reading it.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I have another.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So she's there with her now. We now find out in episode 12 that it's actually her ex-husband, and this is their final meal together, and he's leaving, and she has a single apartment. And so, based on us reading the recap, it sounds like, because it's a gay drama, they had a child, and the child died.
And they lived in Portugal
And they lived
as well.
in Portugal as well.
Oh, they
because
also went to Portugal
course.
during those 5 years.
Yes.
Because of course, but they never saw each other over the 5 years.
Coincidence.
So, but I think, and this is what I took away from the recap when I read it. And we haven't watched the episode yet, but this is the thing that I took away from the recap, because his sister, Jun-Young's sister, seems to be this like all-knowing presence in our show. She seems to be kind of the Greek chorus for this show. And she was quoted in the recap as saying, maybe you should get to know each other since your relationship was only long distance before you decided to get married. And I'm like, yes.
Bing.
Thank you, sage advice.
Yeah.
Sage person in the room.
Yes.
And so I feel like that's where we're gonna go with this. And it breaks my heart because poor little cop is gonna get heartbroken, and I feel for it. But I'm really hoping that at some point she recognizes that this relationship isn't good for her either. Because everyone is, a lot of people are saying that they're like, oh, they're so cute together and his life is perfect. I don't think it is. As someone, as we've said, Jen's lived messy. As someone who has staunched the wound of whatever that is with the gauze of another human, that's what it is. I mean, as much as he likes the young girl, and as much as she has made his life better, she simply is the rebound girl. And she was long distance.
Yeah.
So he still had his life in Portugal, and he still had his life being a chef, and he still had his life over there. So he was still able.
There's no sharing of the day-to-day.
No, and so she was just a nice place to go to when he had a bad day, and it was always the good parts, and it was always that. And so again, this show, as much as it's super, super painful, is super, super realistic, because I think we do that as humans. It's hurt, it's bad, it's awful. Fill the hole.
Make me feel better.
Make me feel better.
The person in front of me.
And this poor girl just bared her soul at the airport and desperately likes him and wants to be with him and wants all that. And unfortunately, again, real life, it doesn't always work out that way. And I just, as much as this is going to get super messy, I'm really interested to see how they're going to navigate this, because so far they have navigated everything else pretty well, as far as keeping it fairly realistic. So
4 episodes left.
Oh my god.
So anyway, those were my thoughts. What did you think?
How am I gonna
Marisa?
wait?
Oh, I still loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's messy.
It's so messy. It's just so messy.
Can you love it in despite of it?
Oh yeah. No, I love it. I love it. I mean, I will. It'll be misty levels of rage if they go one day. Misty levels of rage if they go one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so refreshing because it's not, I tuned in for 5 minutes to Love Alert with Eun-Chae, who is from Coffee Prince and from Princess Hours, because she hasn't done a K-drama in 5 years. And it was almost old school. It was really like characters that don't make sense, situations that don't make sense, 2 people who are fated to be together. We just don't know what the fate is, but it was what so many K-dramas were. And so here we are with Third Charm, and it is so fresh and different and real, and the characters are drawn in a completely different way. And I'm just loving it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really...
As messy as it is.
It's going to be so messy, but yeah. Okay. Whew. This was a...
Did we do it, ladies? Did we make it through the week?
Barely. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot
of... Time for a nap and then some more K-dramas.
Right? There's a lot of emotion expended this week on K-dramas. I needed a good ending, and I didn't get one at all this week. Sorry. That's all right. We can do it.
Sorry.
All right.
But it is November now.
It is November now. Oh. So with that being said, what did we record? Yes. We recorded, so keep out, I think it just came out yesterday. Yes. So we just put out what we thought we're looking forward to in November. So take a look. It's somewhere on our channel, somewhere here. It's very exciting. And it's called What We Can't Wait to Watch. Because let's not make it complicated.
So come along with us because we are, I can't believe we're heading into the end of the year and it's just ramped up so much.
Super exciting. So that is it. All right. We're the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Karen.
I'm Marisa. We are also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And please, if you love this episode, if you have things to share this with your K-drama loving friends.
And subscribe to us here on YouTube. Leave us a comment. We love to have you join our K-drama coffee clutch. Hit the bell.
Ding, ding. Did you see me waiting? I was ready.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, I'm ready to ring the bell.
To be alerted when we have something new to share with you. Thank you for joining our K-drama coffee clutch. See you next time.